It's Friday, it's floor hockey, it's the Sanders Cup 2017 playoffs, as always here on FHL Game of the Week. Coming at you from St. Joseph's School in beautiful Dryden, Ontario. Two series could end today. Team Success could put away the Cruisers for good in their quest for the Sanders Cup, as well the Bruins could finish off the Lumberjacks 3-0. Two sweeps? Could they happen? Let's head on down to Mr. Skillen and Mr. Nerino to get all the action.
Ellie, your team is on the brink of elimination. What is the game plan for today?
Alright, our game plan here today is we're putting Chris in net. Hopefully we can get some good saves here today. We got another sub today, so that's pretty good. 10-minute games, probably have a lot of time to score those sniping Genos.
Alright, don't get eliminated. Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Game of the Week, Game 3 of the Sanders Cup Finals between Team Success and the Cruisers. Along with you for the ride here is Mr. Nerino.
And Mr. Skillen.
So, as we're warming up, Mr. Skillen, what do you think is the key for the Cruisers to actually get something happening today?
Well, for the Cruisers, they have to negate the speed of Team Success. Team Success has a lot of fast players, especially that Liam Jones. So they're going to have to slow things down in the neutral zone, try and plug up the middle.
Assistant captain Ellie getting ready to take the face-off here. We've got Carissa playing goal for a change, wearing a chest protector so big that she can't even get a team jersey over it. Our special guest referee for today, Liam Skillen of the Swarm. The Swarm earlier this week eliminated from the playoffs, so the Whalers have advanced. As well, we just received word that the Stealth have hung on to get a win and push that series to a fourth game. So they're looking to take on next week the Wheat Kings to try and tie up the series and go to a fifth game. Underway here in the first, deep in the Cruisers' end. Ellie looking to clear it. And there's Cameron playing some strong defense here, watching out for Liam, because he's the one you got to watch when that ball gets on his stick. There's Liam again, and there pots the first one of the game. Team Success up 1-0.
And there's that speed right on cue. Liam heavy on the forecheck. They get a turnover, boom. Makes no mistake about it.
Art Ross Trophy winner this year. The remainder of those award winners will become clear as the playoff picture solidifies. Probably by the final, you'll hear from us who all of the other winners of our awards are. Butsy playing goal, usually playing out, but he's looking to put the nail in the coffin here and make sure they can finish off the Cruisers here in Game 3.
Oh, another chance for Jonesy, makes no mistake, top shelf. Even with that large chest protector, couldn't get a piece of that.
Team Success up 2-0 here early in the game. Liam Skillen keeping control over everything, getting these puck drops in fast, so there's no wasting time.
Big smile on Liam's face as he's a Bruins fan, and they clinched the playoffs in the NHL.
And the Bruins are actually playing in Game 2 here on Game of the Week as they look to put away the Lumberjacks. They're currently 2-up on the Lumberjacks in the best-of-5 series. And coming at you is Score and Win. This week we've got from Kelowna, British Columbia, St. Joseph's School alumni Dylan Villain Kirouac, lead singer of The Wild.
I seen Dylan play in at the PI there a couple of years ago. Outstanding, awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So if Ellie just pots one and gets the Cruisers on the board, Dylan Kirouac is going to be $1 million richer. That'll probably pay for a new tour bus for the Wild.
Oh, they'd have fun with that, for sure.
Absolutely. Here comes Kaya, picking up the rebound from the end here. And there's Carissa. Nice big shot from Carissa. Looking good on the forecheck.
There's Ellie digging away there, causing some trouble. But looks like Micah's not going to have any of it.
Micah's got about 1.5 foot on Ellie there.
Ellie wins the draw, but it's a winger win for the Team Success.
Boom, chasing down the puck. Cruiser's getting rid of it. Oh, there was a big chance for Ellie. Butsy's playing out of his net quite a bit today. There's Liam in the corner.
Settles things down. Oh, looks like we got a Sean Avery reverse going on here with the goalie causing a little bit of interference.
Micah passing it out, goes a little bit wide of Ethan. And There's a goal.
There's the hat trick, I think. Jonesy got that one from his own zone. Looks like it is. There's the hat trick. 3-0 team success. They haven't been able to slow him down.
And there's a hat. Not a lot of people in the audience today. As we know, it's a 2-day schedule here for us. Usually we just go for the one, so not everybody's out today. Not a lot of hats. Here comes Aiden. Loses it. And it looks like Ellie's cherry picking a little bit back here. No offside in our league, obviously. Getting a quick shot away. If Team Success can play some tight defense, they've got this wrapped up. All they need to do is hold that 3-0 lead and keep a lid on Ellie. Ellie's pretty quick out there. She can get from one end of the court to the other in less than a second and a half. Big save by Carissa.
Betsy doing a lot of wandering. Maybe Cruisers will be able to get one here and get back in this thing.
All it takes is one mistake, and all it takes is one goal from Ellie, and our first $1 million score and win prize will be handed out. There's Ellie dumping or chasing the puck into the corner there. Betsy all the way out of his net, all the way out of the trapezoid, all the way out of his crease. Really risky moves. We know he likes to play the puck. He should probably make sure that there isn't anybody with the puck when he's jumping out of that net.
Cruisers are coming on here. They're playing a little better than the start. They had the bad start, got down 3-0, but they seem to be making a push right now.
Well, earlier, right before the game, we had Avery talking to assistant captain Ellie. Ellie pretty confident that they can make something happen today. All we need to do is get that momentum started, and we're looking at making a game out of it. Kaya playing Micah pretty tightly there. And Kaya with the shot! Oh! Almost!
Ellie was there almost to pot that home and make Dylan a millionaire.
What a nail biter this is turning out to be. Any bad bounce, you can get it past Aiden. Any bad bounce. And the puck dumped in. There goes Kaya, big shot. Oh, another save by Mr. Butts.
Great shot by Kaya. Beautiful save.
And there's a trickler. Too much weight on that equipment. Carissa having a hard time getting out of her net to play that puck.
Well, it looks like Butsy's on his game. This is going to be very difficult for the Cruisers to be able to come back if he continues to play stellar in the pipes.
Another shot by Liam. Big kick save by Carissa. Standing in net like the Incredible Hulk, as it were. Playing dump and chase. Good D by Cameron. Keeping the pressure on. It looks like number 2. I think that's Ashley. I'm not sure. Betsy playing most of this game from his knees. Big shot by Liam. Goes way behind the net.
Look at that speed. Ronnie Goudreau type speed.
Liam running circles behind the net, looking for somebody open, or possibly looking for a path to get to the slot. And off he goes. Big shot by Ashton. Ashton Levesque. Number 2. Forgot Ashton was in the lineup today. Usually that's my job, to get all the rosters set up, and I blew it, but that's all right.
Thought maybe Team Success was sneaking extra players in there.
Winding down here. That puck is in play. Oh, nobody open in the slot. That could have been putting the Cruisers on the board. Still 3-0.
4-0, right on cue as you say that. Boom, another one.
Micah coming in to relieve Ashton.
That could be the nail in the proverbial coffin. That's going to be a difficult league to overcome.
I'm wondering if Micah's shoes or even Liam's shoes are a distraction. There's got to be some regulation about having such bright footwear to maybe distract your opponent. I'm not sure.
Well, if this was the NFL, their shoes would have to match their uniform colors, but here anything goes. So no, it's not a violation. It's good to go.
Big shot by Ethan Teets. Number 8 on your hometown Team Success. Liam with the shot again. And that's another one.
He is racking up the playoff points and goals here. Looking to pick up the Conn Smythe for most valuable player in the playoffs.
Might have to fire up the 3D printer and make that one, since we're going to be handing that one out on the same day as the cup. Last time we were together, we discussed that there are some alumni, possibly even from last year's Wheat Kings, the winners of the Sanders Cup, that could be a possible choice to hand out the cup. So if you are an FHL Game of the Week fan, and at any time you've played in our league and you want to join us at lunch hour coming up at the end of April to hand out that cup, simply comment below and we'll get back to you.
Ethan Teets now into the game for Team Success, taking that last draw. Doing some yeoman work along the boards.
Big shot to set up Ellie.
Butsy out of the net again, and no man's land.
Oh!
And they couldn't take advantage.
That's twice. Knowing that Butsy's coming out of that net so often, they got to get somebody just standing in the slot, because you're going to get a quick opportunity for a one-timer, and that's how you're going to get on the board. Well, we're looking at 6-0. The least we can do now is break that goose egg.
Last minute of play, so they got a minute left to do it.
There's Liam, back pass, looking to get Butsy on the board. That goes out of bounds, and right back in. Only about 45 seconds to go. Liam looking to get one more. Chris are not giving up. Chris is standing strong. Another big kick save there. Now he's open.
Crusaders have a group that won't give up till that final buzzer. They'll keep pushing.
Oh, are they going to solve Butsy today?
Oh, even Allie's laying it out on the line to try and get that one goal.
Standing on his head, Butsy gets the shutout here. Puts the Cruisers out of the playoffs. We've got Coach's Corner coming up for you next with Don and Ron.
Coach's Corner with Don and Ron. Brought to you by Mallin's Promotional Clothing and Products. Locally owned, locally produced.
You can tell we're deep in the playoffs with that kind of jacket on.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Looks great.
And again, Coach of the Year, two pro leagues. I look good in anything.
Throw that in there, hey? Well, we've got some good hockey going on this week. We have the Stealth coming back. They're down 2-0. They're now only 1 game, so it's 2-1. Wheat Kings are still leading that series. The Gustafson boys just can't seem to close it.
Gustafson boys. You know, I'm going to come back to them, but or those games, but you know, back in that Kenora, where you like so much.
Oh yeah.
You know, there was a couple of Gustafsons from Kenora that could they play. Remember that I paid homage to those tough guys? Yeah, the Gustafson boys. Jimmy Gustafson, Kenora boy, Lakeside. Drafted by the St. Louis Blues. Top scorer in the Western League, Victoria Cougars, back in the 70s. Jimmy Gustafson. Holy smokes, could he play?
Well, in the Stealth, speaking of Stealth, we have Quentin Damon. He is on fire. He's getting peppered with shots, and he is just they can't beat him. Hollywood, Quentin Damon. What do you think?
He's just that little guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's he can stop everything. And you know, either he's really good or those shooters just can't shoot, because when you look at him in front of that net, I think there's a lot of net behind him. Maybe these guys just can't shoot the puck.
That could be it too. Those sticks you were talking about.
But he's those useless sticks. Yeah. But you know, he's a pretty quick little guy. Yeah.
Alex Wadowitz, one of your favorite players, Big Al. He had his hand in that game. He was one of the reasons why the Stealth were able to take a point there.
Yeah. Well, that big kid like that, like a big Joe Thornton, Wistowick there. He's
Wadowitz.
Yeah. He can take control, dominate the play, and that's what he's been doing. That's why that team is where they are. Wistowick has carried them on his back. They may go all the way. Mark my words. They may go all the way.
Team Success eliminating the Cruisers today. Really not much of a surprise there.
No, they never had a chance in the first place. They never had a chance. I hate to say that about those young kids. They gave it their all, but they were outmatched.
Absolutely, for sure. NHL not going to Olympics. It was made official the other day. The NHL will not be taking part in next year's Olympics.
Or the next one too.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of issues around that. A lot of players complaining. Where are they going to get players from?
Why do you want to send a guy, your top player, making millions and millions of dollars to the Olympics for 2 weeks or whatever it is? Play some team, I don't know, some Latvian team from Latvia somewhere, wherever that is. Was never very good at geography anyway. I don't even know where half these countries are. But so he goes in there, plays over there, breaks an ankle, you lose him. So I understand what those owners are saying. But then it's no longer best on best, is it? It's no longer best on best. And these guys, they want to go over, they want to prove their country's the best.
That's true.
And I feel sorry for these young guys who, McDavid, he could be dominating next year at the Olympics. But,
With
Crosby.
Crosby.
Listen to me. You ask me the questions, you listen to me.
Well, actually, technically, you're not answering my question. My question was where
Are you kidding?
Well, my question was
Then ask it.
where could they find some players?
That's what
in
I was
order
getting
create
to.
the team? Okay.
All right. You know that our country is super deep in hockey talent. We could get them from anywhere. The semi-pros, the AHL. We could go to Europe, scour those countries, those teams. We'll come up with some players, and we'll be good. But usually when it comes to the Canadian players, our second best, third best, I guess you might even call it a C or a D team. Can they compete against those Europeans that some of their top players are playing in Europe?
True.
I don't know. You know what? We got to go with the Canadian heart, Canadian desire, that toughness. They'll do okay.
Do you think that they dip into the FHL?
Well, there's another story. Some of those kids here, maybe they could fill a spot. Wistowick.
Wojtowicz?
Yeah. Rakoki. They could, maybe this little Damon, he could stop some pucks for them too. You never know. They could be open spots. Youth coaches, you scouts, come down or come to this league, check it out. Never know.
Sounds good. Open invite to former FHL Sanders Cup winners. We're looking to see if we can have some of them come down and maybe hand out the trophy to this year's winners.
Well,
Last year's winners, Wheat Kings. So
Why shouldn't they?
yeah,
They played a big part in this in previous years. Why can't they come over? They're sitting at high school probably doing nothing anyway. Come on back. Come out here. Show the love. Hand out some trophies to these little kids here. They deserve it.
hand it over, right?
Hand it over.
The trophy.
Yeah, hand it over. That's what I just said.
I mean, just Don. I meant hand the trophy over.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
We'll move on. Prediction. This is the last thing we've got because we're out of time. Prediction: can the Stealth come back and beat those Gustafson boys and the Wheat Kings?
You like this Stealth team, don't you?
Right.
That's the second time you
Underdogs.
brought them up.
I'm a big underdog guy.
Sure they can with that little guy in net, and at least he stays in net, doesn't he? Does he play out too? This guy, Quentin.
Oh, like your buddy Butsy.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know that Butts boy. He should be in the decathlete. He should be in the decathlete. Then he could pick from 10 positions to play. But anyway, Damon with him, yeah, he can play as long as he stays in net. And Wistowick there, sure.
Between him and Big Al, you think they can come back?
Absolutely, why not?
Well, there you have it, flying under the radar on Coach's Corner.
Cooper, no team has ever come back down to nothing in the series. What's going through your head today?
Well, if my shots can be on today, I think we can get some goals and pull it off.
Okay, good luck.
And we're back. Oh, Carson Bebo kicked out of the face-off circle to get us started here. That was a fantastic Coach's Corner, as always, from Don and Ron. we've got Game 3 of the Bruins and the Lumberjacks, with the Bruins hoping to eliminate the Lumberjacks in straight sets. Mr. Skillen, we've got Walker Hazelwood in net for the Bruins today. How's that going to pan out for them, do you think?
Well, they moved him back there, trying to close things off here for themselves. With him in the net, they figure they have their best chance of putting away the Jacks, and they're already up 1-0.
Looks like Carson's potted his first of the game. That could have been Anthony, actually. I think it was Anthony Cordero. Grade 6. I think he's the only grade 6 on that team. So good for him, getting one in the playoffs. Puts the Bruins up 1-0 here early in the going. And there's Carson again. Carson plays a full 10. We've talked about this before. He's not the GM, but really the leader of this team. Really decides who's on and who's on when. Big shot there by Xander.
Well, he's really the spark plug leader of this organization, so he seems to kind of do it all for them.
Absolutely. He sets up a lot of plays there. You see him standing back behind half, eyes on. He's a very good defensive forward, and is probably in the running for at least one of our awards this year. He's a good defensive forward, and when he wants to be, he's a good offensive defenseman as well. Plays a lot like Bobby Orr when he stands back on his own most of the time. And there's Julia Jones, one of the top scorers in the league this year, looking to get one past Walker early on here.
Abby behind the net. Oh, she just filtered one out there. Almost an excellent chance. Is that Xander?
That is Xander. So we got Xander on with Abby as well as Julia. We got Coop waiting. We talked with Coop a little bit earlier. Avery did a quick interview just to see what his thoughts are going into Game 3 today. As well, he's pretty confident that they can at least get one before they feel the inevitable is on its way. The Bruins too strong with Carson Bebo. As you can see, he's firing everything he's got, pretty much by his own goal line at Bryn, and giving her no real breather today.
Coop is one of those real three-sport stars. He's also a fine judokas and also played for the junior basketball team this year here at St. Joseph School.
That junior basketball team did really well last week in the second annual Catholic Invitational. Mr. Stansfield, as you saw earlier, he did a fantastic job putting that tournament together, so kudos to him.
Lots of young, good basketball prospects in there.
We got Josh fighting for the puck here. Both ladies on the Lumberjacks putting a lot of heat on him.
Julia walks away with it. She's going to be tough to knock her off the puck. She's a tough one.
Coming up the wing, big shot goes over the net, and we'll be heading down in between the benches for Mr. Nyberg.
All right, thanks, boys. As you can see from the pace at the start of this game, this is a pivotal matchup on the road to the Sanders Cup. In fact, I was talking to Bryn and Julia before the game, and they're confident their team can stave off elimination by playing some serious team defense. They know it's going to be a tall order with Bruins leading scorer Carson hitting his stride at playoff time. We're in for a barn burner of an afternoon. Back to you boys in the booth.
Thank you, Mr. Nyberg, and we'll check in with you very shortly once again. That was Mr. Nyberg between the benches.
No stranger to analysis. He won our hockey pool here at St. Joe's last year, so he knows his stuff.
He must know those stats inside out. Even though he's not on staff anymore, he's still a member of the family. He's still a member of Game of the Week, and hopefully we'll be able to convince him to come and visit us on the final, the last game of the season, where we give away that cup. 40 minutes of hockey madness. Two teams facing each other until they're both completely drained and giving away that cup after a long exertion of energy. Puck deep here in the Bruins' end. Carson picks it up, being chased by Xander, being chased by Cooper as well.
Lots of firepower on both teams, but this has definitely turned into a defensive battle. Both teams plugging up the neutral zone, just kind of dumping, chasing, and really getting on the forecheck.
Down goes Coop there. Oh, and a big goal. That looked like that was from Carson.
Having said that, we now have a 2-0 lead. Lumberjacks have a bit of a mountain to climb.
Carson Bebo, first of the game. Not his first of the playoffs, that's for sure. Puck goes deep into the Lumberjacks' end, chased by Abby. There's Josh trying to get open. There's Julia with a big shot from her own end, stopped by Walker. Walker not regularly playing goal, really doing a great job, keeping composed, and with the few shots he's received, nothing getting by him.
There's a great save by Bryn there to keep it at 2-0, keeping their team in it.
Bryn, although she has let in a couple of goals the last time we saw her in Game of the Week, and she's let in 2 in this dire competition. Huge goal by Josh Blackman. She's still up for the Vezina this year. She's still valuable to her team.
Goal scores goal right there. Boom, right off the stick.
Heading down to Mr. Nyberg again in between the benches.
Thanks, boys. The player I got my eye on this afternoon is Josh Blackman. During these playoffs, he's become a real offensive threat. Kind of reminds me of a young Claude Lemieux. He's got a dangerous shot and an eye for the net. If he continues at this pace, the Bruins are really in business as they try to advance to the next round of the Sanders Cup. Well, that's it for me. Back to you boys in the booth.
Timely review of Bruins player Josh Blackman. Thank you, Mr. Nyberg. He's really come into his own, as Mr. Nyberg said, just in the playoffs here. He did a lot of positional playing, not a lot of shots, but it looks like Carson trusts him a little bit more with the puck, and he gets open in front of that net a lot.
Will doing lots of good work behind the net there to get it out front. No one was there.
Will usually plays net. Will, one of the strongest goalies in the league, gives the nod to Walker. He wants to get out of the net and help his team get a few goals here, and is doing a good job getting himself open. Digging in the corner here. Abby trying to get it away from Carson. Carson trying to slow down the action here with that 3-0 cushion. And it looks like he got a little bit of a...
Abby.
Yeah, a little bit
Julia
of
got him. Julia got him there.
There's Coop, looking for the open puck. Passes it out in front. Julia not open.
Coop hustles back real quick. Quick like a cat, this fella. Look at that.
And he goes to clear the puck. It goes into the netting on the basketball hoop.
Told you he was a good basketball player.
I wonder, you sink one of those. Is that 3 goals? Like, can you away from downtown, that'll tie up the game?
Should be worth something. Add some spice to the game.
Well, maybe we'll look into some rule changes for next year. Bryn just puts it aside with her stick there. Here comes Julia.
Don't let Don hear us say that.
Yeah, he's not really open to many rule changes. Big shot by Carson.
Not big on change.
Not big on change at all. Fantastic coat he was wearing today, though. We do have to mention that. Here's Carson looking for an opening. Hammers one from the blue line, and that puts the Bruins up 4-0 here.
Not sure if Bryn could see that. There was a lot of traffic in front. She might not have been able to pick that up till the last minute, and then it was too late.
I think all 3 Lumberjacks were standing directly in front of her, which is unfortunate. Bryn's got a good eye for tracking the puck. Unfortunately, in such a small environment here, sometimes it gets a little bit difficult for bodies to get out of the way.
That was a good opportunity there.
Coop dumps it back in.
Bryn making that last save look easy. Feathering it off to the side.
Here comes Carson behind the net. Bouncing it up off the boards. Coop trying to keep it in their end. There's Carson again. And that's a huge miss on a wide open net. Bryn couldn't quite get there. Well, maybe that's the turning point of the game. Maybe they'll get some confidence back from Carson missing that goal. Coop behind the net, being chased hotly by Carson. Can't quite get it out of their own end. And stays at half. Here comes Coop. Sorry, here comes Xander. Julia's on it.
There's a chance.
Walker goes to cover it. Oh, Julia thought we had
save.
that. We thought that was in. Walker standing on his head. He's Dominic Hasek incarnate today. Hurry up face-off. Not a lot of time left. Julia and Carson.
Great job by our referees to keep the game flowing quickly. Not a lot of stalls and stoppages of play. So it sure helps with the entertainment value of the game.
Absolutely. Oh, hammering.
Huge save.
Xander thought that was a sure thing. Walker playing out of his mind, keeping this a 4-0 game, walking into the elimination game, almost getting a shutout. I don't want to jinx it here, but 4-0 Bruins. You got to think that's
could
it.
easily be 4-2, 4-3. He's made some 5 bell saves.
Oh, getting into it a little bit was Xander there. That's goalie interference. We're going to have to boot that kid out of the game.
Julia's still working hard. Tireless worker.
Most of the sub happening here is going between Xander and Coop. There's a big chance. Alexander can't quite get there in time. And frozen by Walker. Less than 30 seconds. Oh, well, that's the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lumberjacks are gone. The Bruins moving on. We still don't know who's facing who until the end of the Stealth and Wheat Kings series. Bruins could face the Wheat Kings starting next week. Bruins could face the Whalers starting next week. So that remains to be seen.
And there's the traditional handshake. Gotta love that. Good sportsmanship shown by both sides.
These games are going to get thicker, faster, and more intense as we move forward into the semifinals. Still one quarterfinal matchup yet to be decided. We thank you for joining us today. I've been Mr. Nerino.
And I'm Mr. Skillen.
Keep your stick on the ice.